Professionals, anybody who paraprofessionals, anybody who's in the classroom with kids.
Governor Polis giving teachers the next priority and lowering the age limit for older Coloradans eligible for the vaccine.
Colorado is a state of nearly 6 million people, so it's going to take time.
And more unemployment benefits are coming to Colorado as lawmakers fight for a new stimulus bill on Capitol Hill.
Dave always gave more than he ever received, and he wouldn't have it any other way.
And giving his all to everyone he met.
He knew he was doing his job when everybody around him was succeeding.
Westminster honors their fire captain who lost his battle with cancer.
Dave made a difference. Be like Dave.
Prioritizing older Coloradans and now educators. Throughout this pandemic, teachers have had to juggle online classes and teaching students back in classrooms. Well, now they are part of the next group eligible to get a COVID-19 vaccine. Thanks for joining us on Denver7 News at 5. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. The governor also announced today that he is expanding the age range for older Coloradans to get the vaccine. So how is this next step going to roll out? Denver7's Lance Hernandez has that and joins us live. And Lance, the governor's banking on a new shipment of vaccine.
And Lance, he says that's the only possible way he sees this expansion working out.
That's it. And they say that they have faith in the numbers being provided by the Biden administration. We know that most all of the frontline, most at-risk healthcare workers have been vaccinated, but only a third of those 70 years and older here in Colorado have been vaccinated. So while they continue to vaccinate that group, they're going to expand to the next age group and to educators.
Everybody will have the chance to get this vaccine, and it is free, but everybody can't get it at once.
Governor Jared Polis says we're finishing up the crisis phase of the pandemic and can now ramp up the vaccination program. Brigadier General Scott Sherman of the Colorado National Guard talking about vaccine supply.
We estimate that we receive roughly 452,000 doses between now and March 1st.
The breakdown, 81,000 doses between January 25th and February 1st, 101,000 doses from February 1st to the 8th, 90,000 doses from the 8th to the 15th, 90,000 doses from the 15th to the 22nd, and another 90,000 doses from February 22nd to March 1st. Those doses will go to Coloradans aged 65 to 69 and to pre-K through 12 educators, childcare teachers, paraprofessionals, anyone in the classroom with kids. There has been some debate about where educators should be in the vaccination line, but Polis says open schools are foundational for society to function with equity.
We've seen a startling increase in gender disparities in the workplace and earning, as many second spouses, and often in many cases it's women, drop out of the workplace because there's no school for their kids to go to.
Frontline essential workers like those in food, agriculture, public transit, and those 16 to 64 with 2 high-risk conditions will be next in line. That'll be around March 5th. Phase 2 for residents 60 to 64 expected to start sometime this spring. Phase 3 for the general public expected sometime this summer. The governor says be patient.
The COVID-19 vaccine is our path back to the Colorado we know and love.
So how do you sign up? Well, if you're 65 to 69, sign up with your healthcare provider. If you're an educator, that instruction will come from your school district. And if you're in that age group 70 plus, contact your provider first, or you can reach out to an entity like UC Health. Failing that, contact the hotline. Lance Hernandez, Denver7.
Yes, patience, right. Thank you, Lance. And Colorado teachers, they are thanking Governor Polis for including them in this next group. The State Education Association put out a statement saying, while we believe that all essential workers should be a priority for the COVID-19 vaccine, this is a gigantic step toward our longstanding goal of getting our students back into classrooms. And they added that classrooms are the places where the best learning takes place, and hopes the move will get more schools back to normal. So here's where our vaccine numbers stand right now. Today, another 23,000 Coloradans got a COVID-19 vaccine. In all, more than 542,000 Coloradans have received their first dose. And of that number, 118,000 have received both doses.
And if you have a question about the vaccine, you can call the state's vaccine hotline. This weekend, you can call from 9 to 5, and then starting Monday, you can call 24/7. Today, Governor Polis urged people younger than 70 wait to use the hotline to give older Coloradans priority. You can also get questions answered on the state's COVID-19 website. Well, Johnson & Johnson is a step closer tonight to getting its vaccine approved in the U.S. Two big upsides with this one. This is a single-dose vaccine, It also does not require ultra-cold storage. Right now, it is about 85% effective in preventing the most severe COVID symptoms.
Relief is coming to thousands of Coloradans waiting on unemployment benefits to come online. Starting Monday, the Colorado Department of Labor and Employment will open the application process for federal benefits. That could impact nearly 230,000 people. So if you are one of them, you should have an email from the Labor Department inviting you to start the process this weekend. And that includes filing a regular claim, which has to be denied before you can be eligible for federal benefits.
Well, right now, lawmakers in Washington are trying to push through President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill. Now, in that bill is a $1,400 stimulus check for most Americans. But it also includes raising the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour, and most Republicans do not support that part. The bill needs all the votes from the Democratic majority to pass. If that happens, new Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says it would be at least a month until Americans started seeing that third round of checks.
A Jefferson County woman is now under investigation for her possible connection to the deadly fire that killed 5 members of a family in Green Valley Ranch.
3 teenage boys were arrested for first-degree murder Wednesday. And police say 23-year-old Tanya Bowie was related to one of the suspects. And during their investigation, police say they discovered Bowie was selling guns and drugs. Today, she was denied bond and remains in custody. We'll have a lot more on her arrest coming up for you tonight on Denver7 News at 6.
Inglewood police now have this man in custody. They say for trying to start multiple fires inside a Walmart. Police say 43-year-old Darius Harper poured camping fuel on several aisles in the store yesterday and sparked at least 4 small fires. They burned out quickly, but did some damage to the floors and some of the merchandise. They say he ran from employees and officers, but was eventually caught that afternoon. Saying their final goodbyes today, Westminster Fire Captain David Sagal was laid to rest after battling cancer for the last year and a half.
Well, Denver7's Patrick Perez takes us to Captain Sagal's memorial service.
The memorial service started with a procession this morning with firefighters from around the area, all of them showing up to pay their respects to a fallen colleague. A memorial service fit for a frontline hero taken too soon. Dozens of fire trucks lined a procession Friday morning in honor of Westminster Fire Captain David Sagal. Inside Grace Church in Arvada, his closest family, friends, and co-workers.
The sheer number of people attending is a testament to Dave and represents who he was as a firefighter, a person, a husband, a father, a son, and a friend.
Sagal died Sunday after battling a work-related cancer for more than a year and a half. He leaves behind his wife Pam and his 2 sons Austin and Spencer.
Cappy wasn't a great man because he was a firefighter. He was a firefighter because he was a great man.
During the service, his co-workers highlighted his dedication to his department and his community in his nearly 34-year career with Westminster Fire. They say he was one to never want attention or take credit for all of the good he did.
They've always put himself first. He put his family first, his crew first, his friends first, almost everybody else he put first. The entire Sagal family. We love you and we're here for you. Cancer sucks.
Marking his end of watch, here's Captain Sagal's last call.
Attention Westminster Fire. After 34 years of dedicated service, Fire Captain Dave Sagal has answered his last call. He served with courage and valor, and the men and women of Westminster Fire are honored to have served with him. His strength, compassion, and sacrifice will never be forgotten.
In Arvada, I'm Patrick Perez. Denver7.
How can you be sure the video you're seeing or sharing online is real?
They're all fake. It doesn't correspond to any real human on Earth.
We're taking a closer look at videos that look real but aren't.
These videos and this technology have the potential to truly be a weapon for our adversaries.
How you can spot the fakes.
Plus, advocating for small businesses and putting women at the forefront.
75% women on our executive board is pretty exciting.
It was a warm one today, but there's snow on the way for parts of Colorado tonight.
And from big air to slope style and super pipe.
Athletes are back in action in Aspen with some slight changes.